Hi! Today's lesson is systematic approach to teaching. But before anything else, here's our objectives. At the end of the lesson, 100% of the students with at least 85% level of proficiency shall be able to: first, justify why there is a need to use systematic approach to teaching. Second, scrutinize the significance of using a systematic approach to teaching. Third, construct a diagram that will show the systematic approach to teaching. How organized are you? Do you never forget to bring anything? Do you hand in every assignment on time? Take this quiz to assess your organizational skills. Rate yourself on each statement using the following scale: 4 for always, 3 for usually, 2 for sometimes, and 1 for never. Number 1. I use a planner to keep track of my homework. Number 2. My planner is filled in with all of my assignments and upcoming tests, quizzes, and projects. Number 3. I check my planner before I leave school each day. Number 4. I prioritize my assignments and plan out when I will complete each one. Number 5. When faced with large project or test, I break it down into smaller tasks. Number 6. When I do my homework, I have a dedicated neat space to work that has all the materials I need. Number 7. I have enough time to complete my homework each day. Number 8. My locker is clean and I can easily find what I need. Number 9. I clean out my backpack each night. Number 10. I put everything I need for school in my backpack and I am not rushed in the morning looking for missing items. Number 11. At school, I can easily locate any item I need inside my bag. Number 12. When I get papers at school, I file them into a binder or folder. Number 13. I feel prepared when I walk into class. Number 14. My teachers would say I am organized. And number 15. My family would say I am organized. Add all your answers and click the button wherein you can find your score to see how organized are you. Oh, your score ranges from 46 to 50. You should be an organizational coach. You have well-developed strategies. Keep up the great work. Your score ranges from 31 to 45. You have some solid organizational skills, but there is still a room for improvement. Look for times when you do not have the materials you need or feel disorganized. Ask a trusted adult to help you identify some strategies to help you improve your organizational skills. Keep up the good work. Oh, your score ranges from 15 to 30. Time to rein in the chaos. Ask a parent or teacher to help you establish some routines in organizing your materials and schoolworks. It will take a little work, but once you develop your organizational skills, You will feel more in control of your day and may even see improvement in your grades as well. You can do it! Do you agree with the results? Ah, good. So definitely, the quiz that we had is related to our lesson. The broad definition of educational technology encompasses systems or designs of instruction. In this lesson, let us discuss an organized or a systematic approach to instruction. But first, let us know what is systematic. We can say that something is systematic if it is methodical in procedure and plan, meaning it is done according to an established form of procedure and plan. Logical, presented or formulated as a coherent body of ideas or principles. And efficient, effective in class that is marked by thoroughness and regularity. Now that we know the meaning of systematic, let us go further as we discuss what is systematic approach to teaching. It is a network of elements or parts different from each other, but each one is special in the sense that each performs a unique function for the life and effectiveness of the instructional system. It views the entire educational program as a system of closely interrelated parts. Clearly, Brown stated that its purpose is to ensure orderly relationship and interaction of human, technical, and environmental resources to fulfill the goals which have been established for instruction. It encourages deep learning as opposed to rote learning. To cut it short, it is an orchestrated learning pattern with all parts harmoniously integrated into the whole. The school, the teacher, the students, the objectives, the media, the materials and assessment tools and procedures. Here is a chart of systematized instruction. See each element to know its purpose and relationship with other elements. Learners. The focus of systematic instructional planning and teaching is the students. Define objectives or identify content. Instruction begins with the definition of instructional objectives that consider the student's needs, interest, and readiness. Choose appropriate methods. On the basis of these objectives, the teacher selects the appropriate teaching methods to be used. Choose appropriate experiences. Based on the teaching method selected, the appropriate learning experiences and appropriate materials, equipment, and facilities will also be selected. Select materials, equipment, and facilities. The use of learning materials, equipment, and facilities necessitates assigning the personnel to assist the teacher. Assign personnel roles. Defining the role of any personnel involved in the preparation, setting, and returning of these learning resources. In some school settings, there is a custodian or librarian who takes care of the learning resources or a technician who operates the equipment while teacher facilitates. Implement the instruction. The teacher implements and utilizes planned instructions with the use of the selective teaching method, learning activities, and learning materials with the help of other personnel whose role has been defined by the teacher. Evaluate outcomes. Evaluating and examining if the objectives were attained or not. Refine the process. From the evaluation's results, teacher comes to know if the instructional objectives were attained. If the instructional objectives were attained, teacher proceeds to the next lesson, going through the same cycle once more. If instructional objectives were not attained, then teacher diagnoses what was not learned and finds out the reason in order to introduce a remedial measure to improve students' performance and attainment of instructional objectives. Is everything clear? Are you sure? Well, if that is the case, let us proceed. I have prepared a group activity entitled, "What Will Happen If?" Each group needs to answer the given question. However, instead of just answering using pen and paper, they should be able to act out their answer. For Group 1, what will happen if the teacher fails to set learning objectives? For Group 2, what will happen if the teacher has objectives but fails to use an appropriate form of instruction? And for Group 3, the teacher's instructional objectives were not attained. What will happen if that is the case? Now, for our generalization, unlock the words using the jumbled letters to complete the statement. Systematic approach to teaching is a network of elements or blank different from each other, but each one is special in the sense that each performs a blank function for the life and effectiveness of the blank system. Yes, that's right. The answers are parts, unique, and instructional. Let's read it together. Systematic approach to teaching is a network of elements or parts different from each other, but each one is special in the sense that each performs a unique function for the life and effectiveness of the instructional system. Very good. To see if you really do understand our lesson for today, answer the following. Number 1. What is at the center of the diagram? What does that central location mean? Number 2. What are the parts of the systematic instruction? In your own words, explain each part. Explain the statement. A plan that emphasizes the parts may pay the cost of failing to consider the whole, and a plan that emphasizes the whole must pay the cost of failing to get down to the real depth with respect to the parts. Lastly, construct your own diagram showing systematized instruction. For your assignment, in a short bond paper, write an essay answering this question. Why is it necessary for teachers to use the systematic approach to teaching?